it's hard to really go against Boots because on that one was specifically Xander. You know, I feel Xander's still young. You know, Boots is a lot older and has a lot more experience.
Man, it's a tough fight, man. I got Boots. I just think that he's ultra talented. However, I mean, Xander could surprise him, man. You know, look, I expect the best Boots version of himself. I expect the best Xander. Boots got more pop on his shots. Boots is, I think, he's more talented out of the two.
In this case, Xander Zayas is the more controlled fighter in the sense that he has a regimented account for what he wants this fight to look like and how to get to where he's trying to go to, opposed to Boots, right?
Oh, Boots gonna take him out. Boots gonna do this. Man, y'all don't know Xander. Like, you know what I mean? Like Xander's like that. He's gonna fight his butt off. And if I don't know Boots either, so I'm sorry if Boots, you're a cool dude or whatever. But like Xander's my guy, and so I'm gonna rock with my guy through and through. And not just because he's my guy, but because he's a great fighter and a world champ.
Boxing experts are now giving their full analysis of the Jaron Ennis versus Xander Zayas matchup, and the debate has quickly become more than just a breakdown of skills. After the word overrated entered the conversation, the fight has taken on a much more personal edge, adding extra tension and making the rivalry even more intense.
I'm a Xander fan, and I think Xander's gonna win. I think people are underestimating Xander so much. It's insane to me. Like, people are all like, oh, like, Xander's not ready for Boots. This isn't, oh, Boots is gonna wash him out. Boots is gonna do this. Boots is gonna do that. Xander's a world champ, a multiple belt.
Richard Torres has known Xander Zayas for a long time and has followed his journey from the beginning. Because of that, he strongly believes many people are underestimating what Zayas is capable of inside the ring. However, his opinion is not based only on their friendship. Torres believes Zayas' unique fighting style is the real reason he has a better chance than many fans and experts are giving him credit for.
He's showcased who he is time and time again. I think people are just like washing him out or like overlooking him because he's so young. But I'm giving it to Xander. I think Xander's his boxing ability, his ring IQ, his presence, his just stature. I think it's gonna be tough for anybody to beat him. And so I'm excited for this fight, and I think it's gonna be a great fight. I think it's gonna be a competitive fight. But my money's on
Robert Garcia gave a fair and measured view of this matchup, which is why his opinion stands out. He is not getting carried away by the excitement surrounding Jaron Ennis, but he also is not overlooking what Xander Zayas brings to the ring. In his view, this fight will come down to a mix of skill, size, confidence, and perfect timing. While Ennis enters as the bigger star with a more exciting style, Zayas has no pressure on his shoulders and everything to gain. That is exactly why Garcia believes this is such a dangerous fight for both men, making the matchup even more exciting before the opening bell.
Stepping in, you know, gotta respect that kid, you know, for being 23 and taking those challenges. You gotta respect that, you know. My pick, I would probably say, goes to Boots because talent-wise, but you know, Xander's positive about himself, man. He sounds very confident. I talked to him and he's very confident, very positive. So definitely give him a shot, man. You know, Boots has never been in that division for long. You know, only one fight in one round, so it could make a big difference. Xander's a big boy, man. Xander's a big boy that might be looking to moving up to 160 in the near future. So it's gonna be an interesting.
The discussion then turns to the biggest question surrounding Xander Zayas. No one doubts his talent or ability to fight at a high level. The real concern is whether this opportunity has come too soon, especially against a fighter like Jaron Ennis, who is moving into the 154-pound division with impressive speed, power, and confidence. At the same time, that is what makes this matchup so exciting. Zayas is young, determined, and carries the mindset of a fighter who believes he belongs among the best. By pointing to Zayas' age and Ennis' move up in weight, Robert Garcia explains why this fight is far more competitive and unpredictable than many people expect.
You stated you picked Boots, though, if you were to give somebody the edge. Some of the people that I've already spoken to and asked about the fight think that Xander, and you brought it up, his age, 23, might be a little bit too young for this big of a fight, considering a lot of people have actually
compared it to Vargas when he fought Trinidad. Do you see any comparison in that?
Well, look, it is. You could compare that, you know. But look, let me see what I can probably, where I could probably make, you know, maybe a little bit of giving Boots more chance. I mean, giving Xander more chance because look, Xander is already a champion that's already a unified champion, so his confidence is up. Boots is the one moving up in weight to fight at 150.
Sean Porter offered a different perspective on this matchup, adding even more depth to the discussion. In his view, the fight is about more than power or size at 154 pounds. It also comes down to each fighter's mindset. Jaron Ennis has exceptional natural talent and can change a fight with his speed, timing, and creativity. On the other hand, Xander Zayas looks like the type of boxer who will enter the ring with a smart game plan and stick to it from start to finish. That contrast makes this matchup especially intriguing, as one fighter may depend on his raw ability while the other focuses on discipline, patience, and flawless execution.
I feel as if Boots is the kind of fighter that has so many tools and so many things that he's capable of doing. I think he knows how fast he is. He knows how quick he is. He knows how powerful he is. And it's a matter of him saying, man, this is going to work. That's going to work. This going to work. That's going to work. Opposed to a Xander Zayas, and I know that I'm not wrong about this. Xander's going to come to the ring with, this is what we need. And if this isn't working, this is what we're going to go to. And then if this isn't working, we're going to try to figure it out from there. You know, I think that Xander's coming in with what I would consider to be a solid game plan, while I will look at Boots thinking that talent coming to the ring, and if you hold that talent, you know what's going to happen then. You know, so that's what I'm looking at in this fight. I still think it's, in some ways, it's a 50-50 fight, but I'm inclined to go with the talent because that talent is just that talent. It's just that talent.
Tim Bradley also sees this matchup as far more dangerous than many people believe. He recognizes Jaron Ennis' talent, power, and the reasons he is considered the favorite, but he refuses to count Xander Zayas out. According to Bradley, both fighters still have important questions to answer as they step into a bigger stage at 154 pounds. Ennis wants to prove his power and all-around skills are just as effective in the new weight class, while Zayas is determined to show he is more than a promising young prospect. Bradley believes that with both men carrying so much to prove, this fight has all the ingredients to become a highly competitive battle from the opening bell.
Boots do have some, Boots does have some hope, but so does Xander, man. I mean, look, I think it's gonna boil down to who wants it most. To be honest with you, who wants it most? It's gonna be a dogfight, man. Xander don't mind. He don't mind going toe to toe if he needs to. I know he's gonna probably try to box, but Boots is coming to get his, bro. He's coming to prove a point, and we should get a hell of a fight from that, bro.
Do you think experience might be the ultimate factor here? Because I know you said Boots just got to the division, but he's got more fights under his belt, and also Xander is younger.
Yeah, I think experience could be a factor here, but I mean, Boots ain't used to going 12 rounds. Boots ain't used to going 12 rounds either. I mean, usually he's knocking these dudes out before he goes 12 rounds, and then when you look at the competition that he's faced, it's been, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing been popping out like, crazy. Xander, you can say the same thing about Xander too. I think it's the perfect matchup right now for both these guys.
Greg Hackett brought a fresh perspective to the debate surrounding Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas, especially after Ennis was seen training with Demetrius Andrade. Many fans quickly assumed the sparring sessions were direct preparation for facing Zayas, but Hackett believes there is more to it than that. In his view, the work with Andrade is about sharpening Ennis' overall skills and gaining valuable experience, rather than simply preparing for one specific opponent.
And Boots is fighting on June 27th against Xander Zayas. What was your thoughts when you first seen it?
I mean, Boo Boo bring that. What Boo Boo brings to the situation is size, experience, awkwardness. I can imagine him being a little slippery at times. I mean, maybe not the entire time, but I can imagine him being a little slippery at times. Trying to counter. I can see Boo Boo trying to counter Boots. I don't know. I think that's good work, though, especially because Boo Boo got a fight coming. It's not like he just regular every day. I mean, it's him training and all that, so it should have been good. I hope.
Top-level sparring is not always meant to imitate the exact opponent you will face. Many times, its real purpose is to improve your reactions, expose you to different fighting styles, and prepare you mentally for any challenge that could come once the fight begins.
All right, some fighters, you gotta have them spar specifically for the fight. Some fighters, they just need to get ready. Boots is the kind of guy that just need to get ready. That's why he sparred. It's not about what side he fighting. It's about being ready for anything that night. Because the situation that Xander is in, you gonna have to show me what you are right now. Same for Boots. But you gonna have to really show me right now. Because Boots, I can see it. That's the thing with Boots. I can see what you do, but can you do that? And then with Xander, it's like, I ain't not really seen that out here, though. I seen you do that to guys you supposed to, but this is a match. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think when you spar Boo Boo and you get ready for Xander, it's good because you get world class.
This fight is about much more than championship belts or who has the stronger reputation on paper. In the end, it comes down to which fighter can truly prove his ability when standing across from an opponent who is determined to test every part of his game.
Partially no, because Xander doesn't have that resume, but neither does Boots. You know, neither one of them has the opportunity to fight a current, really, really good champion.
I don't want to discredit Boots' win over Stanionis, because Stanionis was a champion who was unbeaten.
I think the public made it a 50-50 fight when it should have never been called a 50-50 fight.
But because Boots is that talented.
No, and I think Xander's talented as well. I think, and they're beating their opponents, but I just think they, like I said, they haven't had a chance to fight. Right, that's all. But Boots is the one that's already, people want to put him on a pound-for-pound list.
For Jaron Ennis, this fight could be a defining moment in his career. A strong performance may finally earn him the pound-for-pound recognition many believe he deserves, while anything less could keep the conversation focused on whether he still needs another signature victory over a top opponent.
I don't think Boots is going to get the full credit for being even a unified champion.
He won't. He won't to some fight fans and to some pundits, right? He will to me, because I do rate Xander, though he's not that experienced in big fights. And beating a Xander, especially if he beats him in dramatic fashion, he definitely needs to be put on a pound-for-pound list, because now you're talking about a unified champion at 147, a unified champion at 154, and the eyeball test is one of the best talents.
Xander Zayas is not speaking like a fighter who was pushed into this opportunity. He sounds like someone who welcomed the challenge, embraced the pressure, and wanted this moment instead of waiting for a safer path. That is what makes his mindset so compelling. While much of the spotlight is on Jaron Ennis, Zayas enters the fight with the confidence of a champion who believes he belongs at this level. He knows many people expect him to lose, but he is not letting those opinions affect him. For Zayas, June 27th is not about shocking the world. It is about proving that he asked for this fight because he genuinely believes he has what it takes to win.
It's easy to call yourself the best and not fight the best, or wait for the best at the time to be out of their prime. I feel like, we catch them now, we catch them early. There's no excuses. There's two guys that are hungry for success, two guys that are hungry to be the best, and this is what happens when you have two fighters that want to fight and are willing to fight.
Xander, does it upset you when I look at it in Vegas? You're the unified champ, but they've got Boots Ennis as the favorite.
I don't bet, so I don't know anything about the odds or anything, so I don't pay attention to that. Numbers are numbers. How many times have number failed? They always fail. So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I have to go out there and do what I do best, and I'm prepared to do that June 20th.
Bernie the boxer also analyzed this matchup from a true boxing standpoint, and he does not see it as an easy fight for either man. While many fans are focused on Jaron Ennis moving up to 154 pounds with his speed and power, Bernie believes Xander Zayas is coming in to do much more than add another loss to his record. In his view, this is the type of contest where pressure, timing, and discipline could make the difference. Ennis may have the more explosive style, but Zayas enters with the confidence of a young fighter who truly believes he can pull off a major upset. That is why Bernie sees this as a high-stakes battle where both men have something important to prove.
Xander can box. Xander's a big guy. He filled out for the weight, you know what I'm saying? He's put on a little bit more muscle, you know? I don't know. I think he
called his own?
It's not, yeah, definitely. And I think I don't want to overrate Karen, and I don't want to underrate him, you know, but I think if a guy like Karen can actually do even better, he did better even in the second fight, you know, so I don't, you know, I think Xander probably right there with him, so I will give it a good chance. I don't know, but I think it's an interesting fight because, I think Boots is the heir apparent. Everybody is waiting on Boots to outshine the pack, you know. So, you know, fighting for those 2 titles, you know, against a guy like Xander. He still got a lot to prove, but that goes right in the right direction.
Keith Thurman also offers an important perspective because he understands what it takes for a young fighter to reach the next level. In his view, this matchup is about far more than undefeated records or impressive highlight reels. The real test begins when both fighters refuse to back down under pressure. Jaron Ennis enters the ring with the speed, power, and confidence that make him a dangerous force at 154 pounds, while Xander Zayas brings the determination of a fighter eager to earn respect. Thurman believes that once the action becomes intense, natural talent alone will not be enough, and the fighter who handles the pressure best will have the advantage.
Fact that, you know, Xander Zayas has just, you know, been able to do what he did, you know, and I know he's got a lot of hype right now. I think he should be riding that hype train a little bit longer, and not sure if he's ready for the toughest fight of his career, you know. Boots' opposition in his last fight doesn't prepare him fully, you know, for this fight. But Boots is a former champion, and Boots is young and on the grind and has been waiting to make a big statement. And this is that, you know, there's always windows and opportunities.
He believes Xander Zayas has the footwork, patience, ring IQ, and discipline to make Jaron Ennis work much harder than many fans expect. That is why his analysis is more than just backing someone he knows. It is a reminder that Zayas has the skills to create real problems in the ring and may be far more prepared than many people are giving him credit for.
What does Xander have to do to win that fight against Boots?
I think Xander has to one feint. I want to see him feint and just get Boots off his rhythm, and then after he does that, I would like to see Xander continuing his lateral movement. I think Xander's lateral movement, what he's showcased in the last couple of fights of the actual boxing ability is just incredible. And so if he keeps that lateral movement when Boots wants to just sit there and slip and counter and do what he does like really well, I think like being able to make him pick up his feet and move is gonna really throw a counter pressure off his game like that. So you get to just do that, and then when he punches in combinations, you know, not just one shot, but being able to throw 2, 3, 4 shots, step around and come back with another combination. I think that's in Xander's repertoire already, and so just kind of like following that game plan, I think he has a really good shot.
Coach Reg was straightforward when discussing Xander Zayas stepping into the ring with Jaron "Boots" Ennis. His message was clear: this is far more than just another title fight or another high-profile matchup. In his view, Zayas is facing one of the toughest challenges of his career because Ennis brings a dangerous combination of speed, power, sharp angles, and confidence that can overwhelm opponents in a hurry. Now competing at 154 pounds, Ennis appears even stronger, and if his power carries over as expected, Zayas could find himself dealing with a level of pressure he has never experienced before.
Boots don't like it. He's flat-footed. Doesn't like getting hit to the body.
You said Boots is flat-footed?
Yeah, Boots is flat-footed. Don't like to get hit to the body.
Who hit him to the body?
I don't know.
Let's start there. Who hit him to the body? That shook him, or we saw him get to the body. We were like, yo, yeah, he don't like that.
I don't know, bro. Xander feels like he's bigger, he's stronger, he's just as athletic. He better IQ. Like Xander feels like he's going into this with the utmost confidence. If it's
That is exactly why this matchup has created so much excitement. Xander Zayas is young, talented, and full of confidence, but Coach Reg believes this challenge is on a completely different level. In his view, Jaron Ennis is not stepping into the ring just to win rounds. He wants to make a statement, prove he belongs at 154 pounds, and show that the excitement surrounding his move up in weight is justified. Coach Reg's message is clear. Once the opening bell rings, talent alone will not be enough. Zayas will need toughness, smart decision-making, and the ability to handle constant pressure if he wants to compete with Ennis.
Everybody know me now. I've been a Xander fan. I've been talking about Xander from the beginning since I saw Xander. Like me, Coach Anthony used to have these talks. I mean, Coach Anthony know I'm a big Xander fan. But it is levels. I mean, and of course you got to commend him for taking the fight. I mean, that shows he don't duck no smoke. I mean, the fact that he took the fight. On the other hand, Xander is walking into hell's pit. Walking into hell's pit. He's gonna have to go through the fire. And I hope he got a fire extinguisher with him. Because he's gonna have to go through the fire. It's gonna be hell.
James Toney brought his old-school boxing mindset to the debate surrounding Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis. He is known for speaking honestly and focusing on what really matters inside the ring rather than getting caught up in the hype. In his view, the true test begins when both fighters are forced to exchange under pressure. Ennis has the speed, power, and natural ability that make many believe he can dominate at 154 pounds. But Toney does not see Zayas as an easy opponent. He believes Zayas is young, skilled, and determined to prove he belongs among the sport's best. That is why Toney's opinion carries weight. He judges the fight by toughness, ring skills, and which fighter can stay calm and perform when the pressure is at its highest.
You already know level. Who's inefficient?
What?
You know what?
Say what?
You know what I said? Who's inefficient? Stretching him.
Stretching?
Lights out.
A stretch?
You see, hey, I haven't seen Xander. I want my big need to get clear back. I said, how you doing?
How you look? How you looking? How you looking?
But the opponent's soft. Come on, man.
So
what?
So you're telling me that the opponents that Boots have are solid?
I ain't say either. But the one thing I see talent. I know talent.
Okay.
All right.
You're talking the eye test.
And look, there's talent right there.
Okay.
The talent. But you like I said.